Hello students, we'll continue with the vectors. We had a discussion on cross product of two vectors. Today we're talking about what do you mean by cross product. Vector A cross vector B is equal to product of the magnitude of the two vectors and sine of the angle theta between them. Where vector A cross with vector B, you will get AB sin theta into n cap. AB sin theta will give magnitude, n cap is a unit vector which gives the direction of vector A cross vector B. Today in this session, we are going to talk about the scalar product of two vectors. What do you mean by scalar product or dot product? When two vectors are undergoing dot operation, see here, vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B into cosine of the angle theta between them. Let us consider vector A, vector B which are acting at an angle of theta, vector A dot with vector B. Therefore, vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta. The dot product, when two vectors undergoing dot operation, the result will be a scalar. Magnitude of A, magnitude of B, cos of 30 degree, cos of 60 degree. You will get some value only. So, it do not having any direction. Hence, when two vectors undergoing dot operation, the result will be a scalar. Hence, it is also called as scalar product or dot product. What is the geometrical meaning of dot product or scalar product? Let us consider a vector A, vector B. Draw a projection of vector B on vector A. This is vector B, its projection on the vector A. The projection of vector B on vector A is B cos theta. Please attention here, how you will get this one. Just you take a triangle, in a right angle triangle, you take cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse side. Am I right? You will get adjacent side is equal to hypotenuse times a cos theta. Hypotenuse is what? Vector B cos theta. So this is what is called projection of vector B on vector A. That is, you get B cos theta and vector A is here. So what is dot product? What is B cos theta? Component of vector B on vector A. Component. See, the component of B on vector A is B cos theta. So B cos theta, component of vector B on vector A, or B cos theta can also be. So projection of, call it as projection of vector B on vector A. What I can write? Projection of vector B on vector A. So this is the formula for dot product of two vectors or scalar product. What is the formula? Dot. When two vectors undergoing dot operation, the result will be a scalar. Hence, dot product also call it as a scalar product of two vectors. So, please copy the things. Dot product or scalar product of two vectors. The dot product of two vectors is defined as the product of the magnitudes of the two vectors and cosine of the angle theta between the two vectors. Cosine of the angle theta between the two vectors. So when will be the dot product is maximum and minimum? Let us suppose if vector A is parallel to vector B, theta is equal to 0 degree. Look at carefully. This is a vector A. This is vector A. Now you bring the vector B. Vector B is here. See here, this is a vector B. So now vector B is parallel to vector A. Bring it parallel. Sorry. So if vector A is here only. This is a vector B. Now vector B is parallel to vector A. Theta is approaching to 0 degree. If vector A is parallel to vector B, theta is equal to 0 degree. This is a vector A. So vector B, they are parallel to each other. Then cos of 0 degree is 1. Vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos of 0 degree. What is cos of 0 degree? Cos of 0 degree is 1. Therefore, vector A dot vector B is equal to AB maximum. What it means that? The scalar product will be maximum. When two vectors are doing dot operation, when two vectors are parallel, then their dot product is maximum. What is the conclusion here? When two vectors are parallel, then their dot product is maximum. Point number 1. Point number 2. If vector A is perpendicular to vector B, look at carefully, this is a vector A. Now you take the vector B, theta is approaching to 90 degree. Cos of 90 degree is equal to 0. Therefore, A dot B is equal to AB cos 90. AB cos theta is 90 degree. So AB cos of 90 is 0. Therefore, vector A dot B is equal to AB times of 0. AB times of 0 is equal to 0. What is the conclusion? When two vectors are perpendicular to each other, when two vectors are orthogonal to each other, please you have to write down the terminologies. When two vectors are perpendicular to each other, when two vectors are orthogonal to each other, when two vectors are right angles to each other, then their dot product is minimum and 0. So if you talk in terms of IJK unit vectors, I cap dot with I cap. See here, I cap dot with I cap. Again, you have taken two I caps on the same direction only, x-axis only. I dot I, magnitude of I into cos of 0 degree, because both the I caps are only. I cap is a unit vector acting along x-axis. Magnitude of I is 1 only. Magnitude of I is again 1. Numerator modulus of I into modulus of I. Cos of 0 degree is 1, therefore I dot I is equal to 1. Similarly, I dot I is equal to 1, J dot J is equal to 1, K dot K is equal to 1. Because if two vectors are parallel, then their dot product is maximum. I dot J, what is the angle between? I is along x-axis, J is along the y-axis. The angle between I cap and J cap is 90 degree. Magnitude of I into magnitude of J into cos of 90 degree. Magnitude of I, what do you mean by unit vector? Whose magnitude is unity. What do you mean by unit vector? Whose magnitude is unity. Modulus of A is 1, modulus of J is also 1, and cos of 90 degree is 0. 0 into anything is 0. Therefore, can I conclude that I dot J is equal to 0, J dot K is equal to 0, and K dot I is equal to 0. What are the examples for dot product of two vectors? The example for dot product of two vectors is work done. Work done is equal to F vector dot S vector. What is F vector? F is a force vector and S is a displacement vector. Force dot displacement, you will get work done. Work done is a scalar. We do not having any direction, only magnitude. So again, current is equal to J vector. So J is not a unit vector. Here J dot vector. What is J? J vector is a current density. This is area vector. Let us consider a conductor carrying a current I, whose current density is J vector. Area of cross section of the conductor is A. Therefore, I is equal to J dot A. J is a current density, A is a area vector. So current is a scalar quantity. So what is the resolution of vectors? We'll move on to please copy this. This is a complete concept of scalar product of dot product. Even current is also called as a tensor. Even though current is having both magnitude and direction, but if you operate with a dot operation, you will get a scalar quantity. That's why current is a scalar quantity. Current is a tensor. Please copy the things. If vector A is parallel to vector B, theta is 0 degree, cos of 0 degree is equal to 1. So vector B is approaching to the vector A, therefore theta is approaching to 0. Theta is approaching to 0 means they are parallel. Cos of 0 degree is 1, therefore their dot product is maximum. Vector E is perpendicular to vector B, nothing but a perpendicular, orthogonal to each other, right angles to each other. Therefore cos of 90 is 0, therefore dot product is 0. When two vectors are parallel, then their dot product is maximum. When two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product is minimum. Similarly for unit vectors also you can write. So now we'll move on to the next concept is resolution of vectors. What do you mean by resolution of vectors? Resolution of vector is a very, very important concept. What do you mean by resolution of vectors? Yeah. What do you mean by the concept of resolution of vectors, right? So this is a vector A. OP is a vector, OP is a vector which is at an angle of theta with respect to the x-axis, which is split into horizontal component and vertical component. The vector A, the projection of vector A on the x-axis is called as horizontal component. So this is its horizontal component. O to M is horizontal component. The projection of vector A on the y-axis, the projection of vector A on the y-axis is what is called as vertical component. So ON is a vertical component. ON is equal to MB. Am I right? What do you mean by resolution of vectors? The process of splitting up of a vector. The process of splitting up of a vector into its horizontal component and vertical component. Horizontal component and vertical component is what is called as resolution of vectors. Why we require resolution of vector? To verify the value of the resultant vector, we require resolution or splitting up of a vector. So if you simplify, Ax is equal to OM is equal to O to M is what is called Ax is equal to A cos theta, and M to P Ay is equal to A sin theta. Again N to P is also Ax is equal to A cos theta, and O to N also Ay is equal to A sin theta. Am I right? So now Ax horizontal component. What is Ax? Ax is a horizontal component. Ax is equal to, can I write here, O to M, or I can written as N to P, OM or NP. Again, what is Ay? A to Y, ON, nothing but what I can write, O to N is equal to what? M to P also. M to P also. Yeah, fine. I'll continue. What do you mean by resolution of vectors? The process of splitting up of a vector. The process of splitting up of a vector into its horizontal component and vertical component is what is called as resolution of vectors. Therefore, you will get here, what you will get? Ax is equal to A cos of theta. A cos theta. Horizontal component Ax is equal to A cos theta and Ay is equal to A sin theta. Now observe carefully. In a triangle POM is a right angle triangle. Opposite to the theta is called opposite side. Opposite to the theta is called opposite side. Once you got this is 90 degree. What is this one? This is called 90 degree now. This is 90 degree. Opposite to 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse side. I'll repeat once again. If this is theta, how to read the triangle? In a triangle POM or MOP. Why? Because the angle is formed at the vertex O. You should not read it as in a triangle PMO. Wrong. In a triangle POM or in a triangle MOP. That is the right way of reading a triangle. In a triangle, MOP or POM, because angle is formed at the vertex O. Angle is formed at the vertex O. Then this is a vector A, which is at an angle of theta with respect to the x-axis. Take cos theta. Cos theta is what? Adjacent side by hypotenuse side. Cos theta is OM by OP. OM is what? AX by vector A. Therefore, simplify. Cos theta is equal to what? A divided by AX. Vector A divided by AX. Therefore, cross multiply here. A is equal to AX cos theta. Am I right? Vector AX is equal to, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So, horizontal component. So, right, we'll get adjacent side is what? What is adjacent side? Cos theta is what I can read here. Cos theta is O to M. O to M is what? AX. O to M is AX by A. Am I right or not? Therefore, AX is equal to A cos theta. AX is equal to A cos theta. Therefore, AX is equal to A cos theta. Similarly, sin theta is equal to MP and 2P is AY. AY by vector A. Therefore, if you want AY is equal to A sin theta. Consider the equation number is 2. AX is equal to A cos theta is called horizontal component of vector A. AY is equal to A sin theta is called vertical component of vector A. Squaring and equation 1 and adding the equation 1 and 2. First is squaring AX whole square, A cos theta whole square. A cos theta whole square can be written as A square cos square theta. Squaring 2 AY square, A sin theta whole square. A sin theta whole square can be written as A square sin square theta. So left hand side, squaring of left hand side, AX square. Squaring plus adding left hand square, AY square. Left hand square terms squaring and adding is over, is equal to now right hand square and adding A square cos square theta plus adding squaring 1 and adding with 2 RHS A square cos square theta plus A square sin square theta. In these two equations, in this A square is common. In this equation A square is take common. A square if you take common you will get cos square theta plus sin square theta. The value of cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. That is trigonometric identity formula number 1. Therefore, AX square plus AY square is equal to A square. Now A is equal to root of AX square plus AY square. This equation will give the magnitude of vector A. Magnitude of vector A. What is the magnitude of vector A? Squaring and adding the equations 1 and 2 will get magnitude of vector A. So now we'll move on to just copy the things. Just you copy the things. Cos theta is OM by OP, cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse side. Therefore, AX is equal to A cos theta. Similarly, sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse side. You will get AY by A. If you simplify, you will get AY is equal to A sin theta. Consider equation number 2. Squaring and adding the equations 1 and 2, you will get modulus of vector A is equal to root of AX square plus AY square. This equation will represent only magnitude of vector A. This equation will represent only magnitude of vector A. A modulus of vector A is equal to root of AX square plus AY square. AY square. Okay. Now we'll move on to how to find out the direction of this vector A. To find out the direction of vector A, see here, very simple analysis is here. How to find the direction of vector A? Yeah. The same right angle triangle POM. Sorry, in a triangle POM, you want to find out what? Direction of vector A. Direction of vector A. Direction of vector A is given by direction of vector A. In a triangle POM, take tan theta. tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is vertical component. Perpendicular side by base side. Perpendicular side is AY, that is vertical component of vector. Base vector is horizontal component of vector. Tan theta is AY by AX. Therefore, theta is equal to, you will learn about the inverse trigonometry function in the second PUC. Right now you will remember, theta is equal to tan inverse of AY by AX. So this theta will give the direction of the resultant, direction of the vector. What this theta will indicate? It gives the direction of vector A. This is the expression for direction of the vector, and this is the expression for magnitude of the vector. So this will complete the concepts of scalars, vectors, types of vectors, how to add the two vectors, how to the definition of cross product of two vectors and dot product of two vectors. So I will end the session.